What up? I was just going to show you guys my quick little method for polishing wheels. So there's easy ways to polish wheels, and there's more straightforward ways than others. This is maybe kind of in the middle. But if you got a wheel that's not too bad, I like to go ahead and hit it with this Flitz Metal Pre-Clean. It's like 30 bucks for a big bottle. I've heard that the aluminum brightener from Napa does the same thing. So you can try that too. But pretty much all you do is just spray that on there and you get the wheel wet. Scrub it with a Scrub Daddy, something like that. And this one I've already hit with only these two things, and it got a lot of those little annoying black spots out. It's not perfect, but it gets it pretty good and kind of ready to be shined. So that's what I like about that. And then this wheel kind of had like more of these, that kind of brake dusty kind of type of spots on there. So I'll just take a little bit of 600 grit, get it in there, and you just need enough to knock it off. You just get in there and just sand just a little bit, and your polishing wheel is going to take all this out anyway, so it doesn't matter, right? I'm not going to hit the holes because they're just super annoying. Whatever, I don't care, right? Leave the holes. If you're obsessed with the holes, there's stuff like this. You can get these little buffs that like go in there, attach it to your drill. This one's not the right size, it doesn't fit in there, but yeah, you get the idea. But if you watch Summershine or any of those professional guys' videos, they're gonna say, don't do the holes. Or if you do the holes, charge extra if you're a commercial guy. But anyways, so then next step here, you get yourself a little power sander buffer machine. All kinds of different ones of these out there. This one's a Makita GV7000C. Haven't seen a lot of guys like using this on videos, but this thing, man, for how small it is, it actually rips. It's really nice. So get yourself one of those. If you want to go nuts and you got a lot of stuff to do, 7-inch grinder from Harbor Freight is insane. Make sure you have 20 amp outlet. I would recommend. I was popping 15s on this with this thing. It's powerful. And be really careful with that. I wouldn't start with that machine. But grab yourself a machine like this here, and then this is the combinations that they kind of recommend. I like Renegade. I got all Renegade stuff. So cutting, you're gonna take your machine here. I like Renegade safety flanges, these aluminum ones. So grab that, beep, throw that on there. Throw your orange buff on there for cutting. Orange pairs with brown for cutting. This one's pretty used up. As you can see, these are directional. See the arrow? So make sure you get that in the right direction, which looks like, oh man. There ain't no arrow on this thing, but hopefully I mount it the right way. Normally it's to the left. Take care of the flange, screw on top. Boop, 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 boop. Get it nice and tight with a tool. And then make sure you grab one of these guys to cut your buff with. So get it spinning up at speed. And I like to just hold this thing between my feet. Run your buff on that. Spins up, cuts a bunch of the fibers off, kind of. And it ends up kind of fraying the edges out, and it'll look like this, right? And then your buff's ready to accept the polish. And you can go ahead and take your polish bar while it's spinning, and make sure when you do this that it's spinning away from you, so that if it gets caught, it doesn't shoot up into your nuts, right? Boom, hold it like that, spinning away, so that if it gets caught, it just shoots away from you, which does happen occasionally if you're not paying attention. So get some of that polish on your buff. Come over here, cut the whole thing, let her eat. And once you're done with that, clean it up. And then you're gonna switch over to your yellow and your green. And that's color. And basically what that does is it just kind of gives this shine some more depth, some clarity, some pop, or at least that's what they say. Sometimes I color, sometimes I don't. Depends how lazy I'm feeling. But yeah, so that's yellow and green. That'll be your next step. And after that, if you want, you can hit it with some hand polish and a microfiber. Definitely clean up the microfiber. And if you got bits of rouge, you know, kind of like this stuff that's just stuck on there, the black goop, little trick is use a little bit of gas to clean it up. It won't mess up your shine. So a little bit of gasoline will get all that stuff off of there, make it look really nice. And then to top it all off, if you feel like it's this ceramic sealant from Flitz that I've tried, seems to make it last a little bit longer. It's nothing insane. But if you want a little bit of coat of something on there, you throw you some of that on there. But yeah, hope this helps. Anybody that's looking to do wheels, I'm gonna hit this one quick, and I'll with just the cut, and I'll post a video of what it looks like afterwards. Peace out. All right, so this is what it looks like after the cut stage. Just using my orange buff, and it's not perfect. A lot of that stuff will buff out. Didn't really bother hitting the holes, don't really care, but that's cut. And then next I'll show you color. All right, this is after I hit it with some color stage. And you can see there I've got the Packers colors, I got the yellow and the green. Thing with this, I forgot to mention too, when you're cutting, you want to cut pretty fast. Like if you have a buffer that'll do 6,000, send it at 6,000. If you have like a DeWalt entry-level buffer that can do 3,500, just max that thing out and get her going. When you're coloring though, slow her down. The speed that I found worked really well on this was about 2,800 RPMs. Some places recommend even less than that for coloring. So try that out. I really like this extension too right here. Get yourself one of those. Makes it a lot easier to kind of get in those nooks and crannies. And use it. This is it. I don't know if you guys can tell the difference after coloring. Let's see here. I don't know if you can really see, but you'll end up with polish compound. Some of these little spots, and it's just like little black spots. If you want to get rid of that, just take a rag dipped in gas and just hit it up. It dissolves it really quick. Regular polish dissolves it too, just not as fast. It'll cloud up your shine a little bit, the gas will, but you can go ahead and just polish that out. Just rub it with microfiber, and it should come right out. And then I just hit it with some regular polish at the end and a microfiber. Some of this Easy Red. You know, it's not the best. Like, I wouldn't get the sprayable. It doesn't really work that well. The nozzle's totally clogged up. It's a piece of crap, but hit a little bit of that with the microfiber, buff that out. Kind of stepping back. Looks pretty good. You know, it's definitely not perfect, but from like 50, 100 feet away, you're gonna be like, damn, that's a clean wheel. So yeah, hope this helps somebody, and it looks a lot better with the light off, actually. Dang. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Anyways, hope this helped you guys out, and have a good night. All right, and here's a shot of it back in the garage. Kind of in the same lighting conditions as the first video. Man, when it's properly lit up, it looks way better. So this is kind of like a before. One of the other wheels. You know, these are like ready to be polished pretty much. Already kind of cleaned up. Debris off of there. They just don't have that shine, you know? Like, they would look fine on a truck, but they don't shine. They don't pop. But look at that shit. Ooh, it pops, man. So, throw some tire wet on these things. Get the axle finished up. Lift kit. More videos to come. Peace out.